Okay, so here goes the chocolate and banana cake. First of all, turn your oven on, put it to 180 degrees, which I think is just over gas mark 5. For this you'll need a baking tray of some description, or a cake tin, a mixing bowl, a sieve, although the sieve's not absolutely necessary, something to stir it all with, and a mug for measurements. Ingredients wise, you need self-raising flour, brown sugar, caster sugar, soya butter, a banana, and soy milk. So first of all, measure out 3 cups of flour. Throw them in using the sieve to separate the flour. Like so. Don't worry about making a mess, you can clear it up later. Obviously, depending on how many people you're making this for, you can either half or double the ingredients. Next, you want to add half a cup of caster sugar, the other way to do that would be simply to use a smaller cup for your measurements, and then some of this, then a cup of brown sugar. Give that a quick mix before you go any further. Just mix all the dry ingredients together. Get rid of any lumps in the sugar. This brown sugar does tend to stick together. This is the stage where we add the cocoa. So grab a spoon. And this is kind of up to how chocolatey you want it. If you want it super chocolatey, add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of chocolate powder. If you need the cocoa powder rather than drinking chocolate. And if you want it really, really chocolatey, don't be afraid to chuck in some blocks of dark chocolate, or if you haven't got vegans to worry about, then you can add in some white chocolate or milk chocolate, whatever you want. Then just mix that up until you get a consistent chocolate distribution around the mixture. Now we can put the flour and the sugar and the cocoa to one side. Now just get your banana. This is also a great way to use up slightly blackened bananas, because it really doesn't matter whether they're ripe or like quite green. Just break it up with your fingers. And this is the stage where you add in the soy butter. Grab a teaspoon, grab a tablespoon. You want to use about 1/4 of the packet. There we go. Give that a mix. Just break that up a little bit more, and then start to add the soy milk. Now this seems to vary every time. So start off with just 1 cup of soy milk.
What's that?
Just start off with 1 cup of soy milk, and then
followed by a shot of whiskey.
and then just see how runny that is. You want it to be quite a runny mixture. Okay. As Doug mentioned, you can add whiskey at this stage as well, if you want. It depends on who you're cooking it for. So okay, that looks like that's going to be enough. Just keep mixing it. You want to mix it fairly fast. And again, don't worry about making a mess. You can do that, you can sort that out later. And there we go, that's looking like the right consistency now. So let's see how this cake's getting on. Woo! It's rising. So this has been in the oven for about 10 minutes now. One thing I forgot to mention. It's all steaming up now. One thing I forgot to mention in the previous video, was that you had to grease the tin. How you do that is you either get some oil, or some butter, and then just spread it around the baked tin until you've got any even coverage. Okay, so the way to tell that this cake isn't quite done yet is if you tap the top. If you tap it, it's still a bit bouncy. So it'll look like it's done from the outside, but it needs another sort of 5 to 10 minutes in the oven to cook all the way through. See you in a minute with the end cake. Okay, so it's been approximately 20 minutes since we chucked the cake in the oven. So let's check whether it's ready. Just open it up. It's risen nicely. Grab a cloth. Pull it out. Put it on a surface that isn't going to melt, such as your hob. And now this is just the final check. So if you put the knife in and it comes out clean, just do it a few times. If it comes out clean like that, then it's done. If it comes out and it looks like it's chocolatey, then it's not quite done yet. But But it's done now. So we'll just let it cool, and then you can cut it up. Makes a brilliant birthday cake, or just general quick cake that you can make when you're bored. As you've seen, it takes 8 minutes to mix it, and then 20 minutes to bake it. Okay. Check out the other videos on the blog. I've been Jethro, and this is my chocolate cake.